Ray, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Yo, you know the vibe, all right? This is YGG Live and Direct, and I'm here to big up Pinky and the Brain Live podcast, all right? So just like and subscribe. I get there. Don't wait till next year. We outside, all right?
Pinky and the Brain! The Maddest and the Baddest talk show. I want to understand this talk show is a talk show with a difference. So make sure you subscribe to Pinky and the Brain. Take over the world. Right, that's a Ninja Food said that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The trees again. Oh yeah. Tonight is your night. Is your world, baby.
All right.
What you like?
Welcome, one and all. It's your girl Prestige ATM inside the building, together with my co-host who is whining, jamming low on the other end. Why? Pleasant good night, one and all, to the global village, the global community, the global family. Oh my. Welcome to the Pinky and the Brain talk show. Yes, indeed. And Platinum, give you a little introduction here. What's going on in your neck of the woods?
Why, well, cool.
Oh.
It's coming like a small freeze outside. Now the big one, the small freeze.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, hold on tight. Don't worry, everything is going to be all right. And of course, we're starting off there with some Patrice Roberts, one of my favorite soca artists. Oh my, very talented. And she is our trendsetter for this evening with Carry On, all right? So welcome again. I am Prestige ATM and my co-host there, Platinum the Money Making Machine. All right. And as always, we always hope that all is well with you guys on the outside. You're being positive. Things are going well for you. You're keeping your head up despite of what you may be going through, but you are pushing on. And you, as Patrice says, as she's telling us this evening, carry on. All right. So, Platinum, we have an interesting lineup. We don't want to stick as they say. We don't want to be too lengthy. So let's just jump into the topic. But before we begin our topic, I am going to put this on the screen there, and you can kindly tell our audience what they should do.
All right, to the audience, like, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. So keep it locked. Tell a friend.
All right. And as you heard the man, check us out on YouTube and everywhere else. Tell a friend. And please like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Nice. Thank you very much. Okay, Platinum. So we are going to begin with our topic for the evening. And I am placing it here on the screen. Wow.
All right. Tonight's topic.
With this evening there, Platinum. That is what we're dealing with.
All right. All right. Tonight's topic is: do not try to build up a man. He will resent you. What?
Okay. Definitely. So I will reiterate, don't try to build up a man. He will resent you, ladies. And specifically, we are talking to the women tonight. Do not try to build up a man. He will resent you. So, Platinum, when you hear that, what comes to mind?
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Tell us why.
I mean, a woman, just like how a man can build a woman, a woman supposed can build a man from scratch up. Because we as man build woman from scratch up. Even send them to school to get a nursing degree or something, a proper education. And sometimes the woman turn around and disrespect us and leave us for another man.
All right. Are you finished?
So same way we can build the woman, the woman can build us.
All right. Well, I understand what you're saying, and of course, I always respect your views here. But however, it's not often the same on the other end with a man. Because number one, a man wants to feel and be like a man. And a part of a man being a masculine male man is being able to provide for himself and being able to provide for his lady or his family. All right. Now, however, there's a difference with having a partner and we are working towards building together, right? But it is not
Yeah?
really great. Let's say, for instance, I met you with yours and you met me with mine, and we conjoin and we do bigger, greater, and better
Uh,
things. That is absolutely beautiful. But the minute a woman picks up a man who pretty much he does not have anything, he doesn't even have a 10 cents added to his name in a bank account. She is picking up misery. She is picking up torture for the long run. Because oftentimes we see numerous times we see women pick up men, they don't have much or they don't have nothing. And these are the men we are pretty much looking at tonight. Right? So she falls in love or she likes, or maybe based on intimacy, he blew her off her feet. Your skin and your teeth, because that's your favorite word, intimacy.
yeah, level! Level!
Right? But there's a kicker.
Yeah.
Now, once she picks up this gentleman and she starts to build him, maybe she's saying, well, you know what? He has potential. And this is a mistake a lot of us women make. Picking up a gentleman who we see as potential, that is a red flag. That is danger. Now, there are a lot of people out there who can beg to differ. There are also some people who will agree. And of course, we have to disagree and agree. That's fine, right? But
Yeah.
too often we see women picking up men, right? And these are men who don't really have much. They don't have anything added much to their names, that they highly have to depend on the woman. And she may educate him because she saw some type of potential. Maybe he has a good skill set that she can amplify by sending him to upgrade his skills, maybe college education, maybe some type of trade, if you will, right? Okay, so that's going down now. It continues where she gets him a car because she don't want her man taking public transport, so
Are you
she's gonna invest
mean?
and get him a car. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
and
I
he is
like
pretty much
that.
not spending anything. He is not really much putting out anything. He is just enjoying the ride for the while. But along the way, this comes with the woman having a heavy, heavy hand in control. Okay, and once that control kicks in, which she may not exhibit it in the beginning, but later on at some point, it will demonstrate itself on the stage, on a stage. It's going to demonstrate itself, right, between the relationship. Nice.
Yeah,
And this
yeah,
is where
true.
things go downhill from there because number one, the gentleman, the young man, he cannot really feel like a real man because everything is being provided, everything is given, and in her mind, she's helping and she's building and she's building and she's helping, but things start turning because during the course of the helping, she is pretty much giving instructions and saying how this should be done and saying how that should be done. And a lot of times he may not be able to give his own personal input because remember, she's the one who's controlling the dollars and the money funding him, right? And maybe
Mm-hmm.
he's
Yeah,
enjoying
yeah.
it for the moment, but at some point along the line, he becomes disgruntled and he begins to resent her, right? And resentfulness comes with somebody getting bitter, developing a bitterness or an indignant type of attitude. Indignant meaning being angry, right? That's the meaning of indignant. So this is what dong plays. And sometimes some of
Let me
these
ask you a
men they
question.
hold on for a while because they have a vision, they have a goal that they want to accomplish. And then there are the
Yeah.
ones who may not really hold on because they really cannot take that type of behavior and attributes that the woman is demonstrating, and it's really frustrating for them, and they develop in the resentfulness and they can't hold on anymore, so they jump ship. But for the ones who hold on and they carry through, believe your bottom dollar. And we see it all the time. And then you have these women asking the question. They would say, well, he is so ungrateful. I did this for him. I gave him this. I built him up. I provided this. I did this. Honey, unfortunately, you made a wrong move. You picked up what we call a Mr. What? Builder Bob, right?
Bill Bob.
You picked up a man that needed serious repairs, and that does not work well because oftentimes what happens, what occurs, is that after all the wealth or the riches or the finances, whatever you want to call it, the assistance you offer to these men, they eventually jump ship, and we see it all the time. After they have become resourceful from your pockets, they leave you and they go on to a woman that they don't really have to build with, because remember, you already built them up. So you already built him for a woman out there who would not have to go through the stress of building him. He is going to be built, she's going to be built, and then that's the woman he ends up going with or getting married to. And we see it all the time.
Let me ask you a question. Well, let me ask you a question because just a little while ago you had me jumping up and down like I was a cartoon. What is intimate?
Intimate.
What is yeah, what is intimate?
Intimate can be used in many different terms. It can be sexual or it could be private. I mean, and it depends on how it's used, the term. Why you ask?
Yeah, what no, because you said getting intimate and I wanted to know
You mean
what you was talking about.
indignant?
Oh, what is an indignant?
Indignant has to do with anger, somebody being angry.
No. So you can say anger instead of indignant.
Oh my God.
I know how it's slow enough. A lot of us are slow and dunce, real dunce.
But I
So you say
believe
like,
that now when I gave
I'm,
the word indignant, I gave the meaning. You probably didn't grasp it quickly, but I did mention that indignant has to do with feeling a bit of angriness, anger, showing anger or annoyance
so what is
to others or
intimacy?
someone.
The intimacy partner. What that?
Intimacy has to do with sex, Platinum. That's the term for intimacy.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's my point. That's my point. Oh God. Yeah, that's gonna say
Oh
sex.
my. Pinky, pinky,
I mean the brain,
pinky.
I mean the show just go along. We didn't have to ask all these questions.
All
Yeah.
right. So, Platinum, this is what we are working with here this evening. And
Yeah.
again, um, we are stating, we are offering, don't try to build up a man. He will resent you. And again, resentment. Platinum, you know what resents mean? When you resent
No,
a woman, that means what, Platinum?
resent.
Yes.
When you resent somebody,
Uh huh.
that's a big word, man. I don't know what that mean, man.
You have it's similar to being indignant. You have a lot of bitterness towards that person. It's like based on the circumstances, you have a dislike, a bitterness towards that person. It's like you can't wait to get away from the person, or get
And,
away from that person's claws.
and
And
that
this is
person
what
built me up.
out there in some of the relationships that they are in, after being offered and given. And sometimes, some of these men, they don't really want stuff. But to some women, giving is just a sign of love and compassion. And there are a lot of men who don't really enjoy, because they want to feel manly. A man don't really feel masculine once he constantly have to be given, right? A guy who is lazy and a bum, and don't like to work and just like sitting on his behind and receiving, that is totally different, right?
The man
You
them
shake
what
your head.
the man that don't like the woman to give him is a idiot man. I like when women give me stuff. I love it. When them buy me look a hat, I'm a look a t-shirt, I'm a jeans, I'm a socks, I'm a shoes. I like that. It turns me on. It give me a what you da call it now? A patus. You know that word?
It gives you a
Patus.
toots,
A patus.
a patoot. Okay,
Yeah, give me
whatever
a
that is.
patus. I don't know
Platinum,
what it
that's a
means. I
very
don't know what it
high
means, but I just use
vocabulary,
it.
everyone. Okay, so you enjoy and you love women giving you, but Platinum, you're a gentleman. You're a guy who you have a full time job, right? You pretty much built yourself. Nobody came in and built you. Women
No.
probably more than likely met you built.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be different for you. So that's different. You're not a bomb. You're not somebody who's deliberately going after women's money and that type of stuff, or just sitting there waiting and hoping somebody picks you up and builds you. A woman more than likely meets you already built. So that's going to be different in your relationship where if you guys exchange presents and gifts, that's understandable. But I don't think if you were in that position, I don't think you might have felt good knowing that she's paying your rent, she's paying
Oh,
your car payments, she is
what you talking about? Pay
she's
my
doing
rent and wait about you.
everything in the house, and you're just sitting. At some point, Platinum, she's gonna start to control
No.
you,
Me no
and this
business.
is
Control me.
where you are
Control
going to
me.
get
Control
off.
me. No. Once you pay the rent, control me. She pay the
You're
rent,
just
she
saying
pay
that
the
because you're
light.
not in the situation.
No, no prestige. Once you pay the rent and I can save my money, go ahead. Pay the rent. Pay the light. If you want to buy gas, put in my car, buy the gas.
Wow.
Yeah, if you want to, when my car break down, you want to pay the mechanic fee, no problem. Do what you got to do, baby. Make me happy. Shit.
All right. Well, you again, you're saying that because you are not in the situation. So you're not really wearing the hat per
I
se.
know I'm
So
not
you
in the
can
situation,
go
but
ahead and just state what you're stating for now. But I guarantee you, if you were really in that situation, Platinum, you would have been resentful towards that person because remember, she picked you up with nothing. You had absolutely nothing. And this is where, in these types of relationships, this is where the resentment builds. And there are a lot of men who would agree and say, yes, that they are or they were in relationships and everything was always given, given, given. But in actuality, they never really stayed with the person long term. They never really married her. They received all that they can receive from her, but then they moved on and they got married or developed a relationship with someone else and had a family, right? So again, trying to build up a man, it's not really such a great idea. When a woman meets a gentleman, he should have his own. He should already have his own. A smart woman, that is. He should already have his own. A confident woman, a woman with very high self esteem, who doesn't have to prove anything to the world. She is pretty much seeking or looking for a gentleman that he has his own. I have mine and he has his, and we conjoin and we do great things, right? But as I said before earlier, to just pick up this guy, and this guy don't even have a proper toothbrush. You picked him up, and his shoes, you can pretty much tell it's it's been eaten down at either side. So sometimes, that's the only little shoe the guy have. He doesn't have proper pants. So she see, but he might be cute and good looking. He has nice hair, nice skin tone. He has a nice body. Wow. So she gets, interested off of that. But then when you start peeling the layers and going into with this guy, he doesn't really have much. What can he bring to the table? He cannot offer anything. He doesn't, as my grandparents and they say, he does not even have a pot to piss in. That
him
is
can
torment, Platinum. That is horrible torment. And yes, women will say, no, what is it they talking about? Why she don't shut up? Why don't she just, stay quiet? I love him, I care about him, and I want the best for him. So I'm going to help him out and blah blah. Okay, honey, go on. Do.
Amen.
Do.
Good, him a give her good sex.
Ah, I know this was coming.
Make
I
her,
knew
make her
this
eye
was
them
coming.
roll back in her
I
head.
had it really long. Go ahead, Platinum.
Yeah, and just make her eye them roll back in her head. Give her some good sex. Drink up some good juice so him can last long on the vagina. Yeah. She have to buy him. She have to buy him his clothes. She have to deal them up. Cause she get some good sex. She
Well, I'm not
have to
saying no. We
buy
see
him.
that happen a lot.
Huh?
Yeah, we see that it happens a lot in a lot of
Of
relationships. But what I'm
course.
trying to explain
Want
to
to
you,
alright. Let me ask you a question. Want to us man
sure.
what build up woman, what build woman from scratch. And woman turn around and this us.
Well,
I build woman enough before
Platinum,
build.
that is different because in society, the societal expectation and the societal structure, it was made like that for men to be the providers, right? So
Yeah.
in actuality, once a man picks up a woman and he wants to be good to her, he would provide, he would offer, he would build because that's the societal norm globally for most places. When you flip it around, it's not a societal norm for women to pick up men and be their providers. That is not how it works, right?
Why?
Um,
Why?
because that is just the structure that society have always delivered. Now, in the new world, in the new world order, in the new time, in the new generation, things kind of turn and flipped out. And I think a lot of us, we are not understanding or we need to grasp that we are no longer living in our grandparents and other forefathers' time. So a lot of people, they somewhat stray away from the societal norms and the new world, the new generation, the new era, they do things a bit different now. So for a lot of people, it's hard to grasp. Okay, fine. But then you're realizing that based on the fact that we are throwing out the traditional, the old model of the man being the head of the home, of the man being the provider, of the man being the one who's steering the wheel, of the man who is the leader of his family and his home, right, and his relationship. Things altered, and it's getting sticky. Where a lot of relationships are being more dysfunctional and more coming off of the railing, if you will, based on the fact that society had shifted the model of what the leader is supposed to be. And the leader of a relationship and a family and a home is a strong willed, strong minded, confident, go getter male.
Not in this society. Not in this society. The woman has become the breadwinner. The woman is making more money than the man now. So it's time for the woman them to take care and build up.
Right, and I'm not disagreeing because in the 1970s and stuff, we all the women back then protested and shouted and wanted women's rights, 50 and all that.
Independence.
So
Yes.
now it's given. Now
Yeah.
it's rendered down, and a lot of women now
Yeah.
they are realizing that they should have probably stay quiet because this 50-50 is causing ruction, right? Because now a lot of women are
Yeah.
seeing that they have to work twice as hard, they have to do things twice as much, and a lot of them they would complain and say, "Oh my gosh, it's difficult. It's this, is that, and the third," because the masculinity have taken over so much of a lot of feminine women, right? So everything now is like you're doing a man's job and a woman's job, and the whole table turnover and society again. Everything is misconstrued. So now women are picking up the torch of being the forerunners and the leaders and the this and the that. And a lot of men are taking backseat and watching the show. And some men are enjoying the show and some are not. Okay, and for the men who get the free ticket pass, where a woman picks you up and she's building you because, as I said before, you have absolutely nothing. And some people would say, well, it's fine to pick up a guy and build him up. That is a woman who
Amen.
probably has some security issues, some attachment issues, some daddy issues. I don't know, call it what you will, because a real woman does not want to pick up a man that she has to build. I don't want a man that I have to build. I do not want a Mr. Fixer.
Oh,
I
that's a
do not
prestige,
want
man. Tell man,
a Mr. Builder Bob. Go ahead.
prestige. If the man see and suck out all your tongue and you see the moon, the stars, the planet, the new planet, them would open at the ear, would open a space. He might tell us, I'm gonna put up on one of them rocket ship there.
You want an applause for that?
I am dead. I am dead, prestige.
Platinum, I keep telling
You know,
every time
you
we
know.
have this show, every time we talk, every time we converse, we interact, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. And I'm pretty sure viewers will realize it. It's the same thing that's coming
No,
out of
no,
your
but
mouth.
prestige, if you meet a man, if you meet a nice man, he's been nice to you. He does not have nothing, but he's, him come around and him give one little flowers, and pick it out of one garden, give one little flowers, him come on him talk to you nice. You say, well, me like this man, him conversation is right. And then one day him just bust a kiss on you. You see the moon, the stars, you see every God Almighty thing that you need to see. You see our God and Jesus in a one. And you say, no man, that and the man this is the man for me. And him give some sex, and the sex was woo, make your eye them roll back. And as you say, the intimacy is perfect. Of course you're gonna want to build this man, Prestige. You're gonna want to help him out a little. Come on.
Because of the intimacy, I will want to build him.
I
Platinum,
am
take a ticket, take a number, and sit down. Absolutely not.
then
Absolutely not. You keep playing Dolly House. You are in your 40s, and for some reason, you are not maturing at all. You keep playing Dolly
me
House.
can't mature.
You
Me
constantly
can't
keep playing
mature.
Dolly House with yourself, Platinum. And it's time, I keep telling you, every time you have to grow. I am not going to build a man because he's good in the bedroom. What madness is this? What craziness is this? Huh?
I lie I tell. I lie I tell.
Platinum, no, platinum, because I'm a confident, well-grounded individual. A woman who is not well-grounded, she is going to take up that stress, that headache, and this is why a lot of women out there presently have that problem because you so want a man, you so need company, you so need companionship, you so need to have somebody in your life that despite the man, he has nothing. You decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to open my Lego box and start building this man. Either you bought the big blocks, you bought the little blocks, whichever Lego blocks you bought, and you start building and building. And we're not speaking about the 25-piece Lego blocks. We're talking about the 500-piece Lego blocks. So that's a lot of building, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
they often realize that even if the guy's it's there for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, whatever years, at some point he will disembark. He will leave. He often leaves and he goes and picks up a woman that he doesn't have to build with because the woman he was with before, she already built him. And she was thinking that she was building him for their relationship so they can blossom and bloom. No, honey, you are building him for somebody else because he will more than likely resent you. He will develop bitterness towards you. He will become very indignant towards you.
You know, some man I go Kanye and get you one day. Him just I go dress real nice, borrow him friend car and drive come see you and watch.
Grown woman like me, I know platinum. Maybe if I, and
Oh,
even
yeah,
when I was in my
man.
20s, I
And the
wasn't so
man well
stupid.
and the man well dressed.
Platinum, failure on your failure on your part. Anyway, at this time, let us jump into our birthday segment and we will return listening to Platinum give his input.
Input.
Give his
Input. Just
input.
say input. Don't use the big word.
All right. We are going to listen to Platinum giving his input in regards to this topic, right? So right now we are going to do our birthday segment. And tonight we have a gentleman here that we are going to be saying a very special happy birthday to. And this is Darren Despo.
Darren Despo.
All right. So Darren, we are wishing you
Very
a very very happy birthday and the Brain Talk
birthday.
Show. On behalf of myself, Platinum, the money making machine. We are wishing you a very, very happy birthday and hoping that things are working out for you. All is well. Life is good. You're enjoying with friends and family. And we wish you longevity in life overall and prosperity always. Platinum, anything for Darren?
So, so happy birthday to Darren Despot. And Darren, don't build no woman, build yourself.
All
Okay?
right. Oh my gosh.
You heard about the man in
You
Jamaica?
what?
Yeah, you had a guy in Jamaica that was selling
Uh-huh.
peanut. And he sent his girl to nursing
Okay.
school to become a nurse. And she became a nurse and made a doctor and leave the guy that sent her to school, that build her up from nothing, and let her get her nurse license. And she told him, "You're not on my level."
But more than likely, that's what happens, Platinum. We just have to accept the facts and the reality of life. And this is where a lot of people end up finding out. So, this is why, to avoid all that dysfunction, just make sure you pick up someone who is already built and you guys can merge. Because the minute you pick up, and even as you said, it happens with women too. Because sometimes a woman they really like the man or care about the man or anything, but he has something to offer. He has things that she needs. He is what we call
Yeah,
a bailout situation. But that's not the man she loves or care about. And once she gets on her feet, it happens all the time globally. More than likely, she's
yeah,
going to leave
globally.
you once she gets to that level. And that's just a part of human behavior and life,
True,
unfortunately.
true. But
Unfortunately, right?
what can we say? What can we say? I've tried it, and they leave me too.
Wow, Platinum, you
I,
actually
I
try to help women
what you mean?
based on you being cheap.
Huh? Where's
You
that?
are famously known for being cheap, so it's kind of
Of
surprising
course,
that you
then.
assist women.
You mean them in a bill woman already, man? Cook for them and them thing, the man.
We're talking about finance, Platinum. Building is finance.
Well, me can't pay them. Me can't pay them rent. Me can't pay a woman rent for that.
So then you didn't really build, you just
No, I
help.
mean, let me not make him
Oh.
belly get big, man, and him have food in him stomach and him nice up and, buy food, put in at them house and them thing, the man.
Well, I mean, food is basic, and when you're in a relationship, Platinum, it's about give and take. It's about we both helping out each other. So it's not like you did anything grand.
Oh, yeah, man. Them
The
in a
food
bring,
is
them in a
basic.
bring her to the nearest supermarket, man, buy go shop right. And tell her to pick out the shop right product. Don't pick to the shop right bread, shop right butter. You know what the shop right product them?
So only
ShopRite drugs
ShopRite
them.
brands.
Yeah, we gotta
No
get a
other
good
brand.
yeah, you have to stretch the backyard so hard. You understand? When she buy the
Right,
brand, she should pick up the brand name now. That's gonna be a strain on my pocket.
right.
So me a help dealer. The shop right thing them are going in our body.
Wow. Okay. Nothing is
Yeah.
wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. At least you still assisted and you still offered help.
Yeah. And me can't buy the Victoria panty for you. I just bring her go S&A and Farm and Mills. I say,
You?
well a 99 cent drawers. Yeah.
Okay, Platinum. Wow. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing. We are continuing here with the Pink and the Brain Talk Show. I am Prestige ATM together with my co-host Platinum, the Money Making Machine. And tonight we are pretty much discussing and we are stating here, giving an advice, don't try to build up a man. He will resent you. And this goes out to primarily women. Do not try to build up a man. that man is going to resent you. He's going to develop some bitterness towards you. And we see it all the time. It's not going to end nice, right? And even if he has children with you, even if he moves well and does certain things in the home, fine. But and we're not saying all men, because there are men they had nothing, absolutely nothing, and they were very grateful, and they just stuck it out, and they moved on nicely with that particular woman. But that's a small percent. That is a small percent.
President, I want to give you a joke what happened to me one time with one of my
Uh-huh.
friends. One of my friends bring a girl in the car and say he's gonna bring her home, right? So the girl in the car say, I'm hungry. So him say, all right, here we go do. Just drive and me tell you where to go. And me say, all right, I'm here drive. And him said, right there. So when me look at Dunkin' Donut, so I pull a Dunkin' Donut, me say, yo. And the girl look good, the girl look pretty. She was a pretty girl. Right? And I said, yo, you can't make the girl like eat Dunkin' Donut. Come, baby, me I bring you go to McDonald's, me pay for the meal. And the man say, I idiot, man, I want donut and one coffee should I get. And I said, come, baby. I bring her to McDonald's and order number 7. And number 7, I regular don't bring nobody to McDonald's and order them a number 9 or a number 7 or a number 5. We go to the 99-cent meal. But because she was pretty, I said, order a number 7. I said, order it. And she said, oh my God, thank you.
A McDonald's? Oh,
Yeah, someone text her, she don't get rid of the boy now and come home with me.
oh.
When we reach at the boy yard to come out of the car with the boy, Ghana, I bet.
We look for that.
Me I try to take her away from a friend, Me I try to take her away from a friend.
Uh-huh.
Someone say, all right, come here, go to McDonald's. Someone text her, she don't be impressed. And I say, order number 7, man.
Uh-huh.
And she order it. That time hunger kill me, Me don't want to spend no more money, cause the rent money me I spend out there,
Boy, Platinum, you're sad.
Oh.
Sad.
I'm gonna tell you, she that come on with me. She just go with my friend. My Bex come want her, cause she cute. Play up myself.
Oh my God. Well, thanks for the story. So again, don't try to. You said something?
I said the next week I ask him back for the money for the McDonald's meal.
Where's Platinum?
Yeah, I asked him back for the money because she went home with him. So give me back my money.
Okay. Did you get it?
No.
All right. So ladies out there, don't try to build up a man. He will resent you. He will become bitter towards you. Um, Finding someone who he has his items, his stuff, his goals, his admirations, his visions, his money in the bank, his vehicle, his home, and all these different things. That is a plus, plus, plus. That is someone that you can conjoin with, and you guys can build together. And then the load and all the stress would not be on your shoulders alone. Because platinum, even for a man, when you pick up a woman who she doesn't have anything at all, especially in this modern time, because men
Yeah.
are not looking for women who don't have. It's not like long ago. And I think, like my mother's generation and all those other generations before her, they have a problem understanding that it is not like that anymore.
Anymore.
Men are not seeking women who do not have anything to offer, who cannot bring anything to the table, right? And it's not
True.
sexy banging body anymore, and the goody good in the bedroom and all these different things. That is somewhat diluted, watered down. And if I had a son, I would pretty much tell him the same thing. Do not look to pick up a woman that she's going to drain you, and you can't stand on your feet to build up yourself because you keep um giving to her and you're depleting yourself, right?
I,
So,
but see, I don't like, I don't, I, say most of the woman them not gonna like you because they must have woman power. And
well, I'm just being real. I'm not fake. I'm just being real. And I think there are a lot of women out there who, smart women, will tell their sons the same thing, right? Like, I believe, I don't want to stray from the topic, but I believe a young man who finished school and trying to get himself together or going to college or doing a trade and all that stuff, I believe he should not date a woman who have children. I believe he should try to find someone who he can make a family with, which life will be somewhat a little bit easier on him than having to pick up a woman. She has children, and all his little monies and so forth have to be keep going over to her and her children. This woman, she has fathers for these kids or kid, right? That's another
Right.
topic. So I
Right.
would not like to have a son that picks up a woman who keeps depleting him constantly. And the poor guy cannot get on his feet and he keeps complaining. We're not living in that time anymore. And also, there
Right.
are lots
Right.
of
Right.
people who are running from the stepdaddy roles, and you cannot blame them. Why would what nonsense they taught us platinum in the Caribbean? If you love the car, we have
Yeah.
to have the car.
Yeah. That's
And I
that's
think
true.
that
That's
that
true.
statement got so many people, so many men into trouble that it didn't work out well. And normally, you may have a percentage of children who are grateful, but then you have the percentage who will blatantly say, "You're not my dad," even if the man invested and took care of them, and now they're adults.
Right.
So we said that to say that in regards to the topic, don't try to build up a man; he will resent you. It's somewhat similar to a man picking up a woman and building her. Those things are somewhat fading off. We are living in a time where people are trying to date people who already have their own, and we can conjoin and build a comfortable life. Right? Um, Go ahead.
And you know you're right because I have a friend that have a friend that the friend took the guy up from Jamaica and moved the guy in and brought the guy to a nice little restaurant, build the guy up and everything, and asked him if he want his own like his own little company and stuff like that because the lady had the money. So she asked the guy if he want his own company. And him said, why you keep doing that? I want to feel like a man. I want to do my thing myself. So she brought him to a restaurant and she was going to pay with her credit card. And he stopped her and said, no, I want to feel like a man. I want to pay. And you know, so him end up leave the woman until the woman said, half of the, when she sell the house, half of the house are for him. And he came and saw her with her own house. So,
Wow. So she pretty much lost her
yeah.
house. So they got
No,
married. They were
she never
married.
sell that. Yeah, they were married, but he came into the marriage and saw her with her big house.
Right. Right.
She brought him
And
from
she ended up
Jamaica
kind
for
of
sure.
losing out. And that's
So
the thing.
yeah, she ended up lose out. Big, 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 big.
That's the thing. Wow. And again, a lot of women go through that. A lot of women end up falling in that predicament, into that bucket, into that hole and well. And then they start throwing words and saying the man this, that, and the third. But honey, you knew what you were purchasing. You know what you were buying. You, maybe some of them don't. You were buying problems. You were deliberately picking up problems, trying to see potential. We do not work on potential, right? So right now we have to jump into our current events, global current events segment here. But we will return and we will continue. We will continue to talk about. We will continue to talk about our topic for this evening, right? So
Yeah.
let me just place the current event here for us this evening, and we will proceed.
Residents in central Kenya on Friday denounced the lack of compensation over a devastating 2021 fire, which broke out during the British military exercise, 10 days before a visit by King Charles III. A Kenyan court has ordered the British Army to pay compensation for the blaze, which ravaged more than 4,800 hectares.
Kenya's greatest heroes were our brothers and sisters who fought for our independence against the colonial rule of the British. Now, almost 60 years later, the very same family and power which our heroes fought against is going to be visiting Kenya. And yes, while it has been stated that King Charles is set to make an apology for the crimes committed against our Mau Mau veterans, a step, of course, which we welcome. It is interesting that he has decided not to travel up to Batuk in Nanyuki to visit the many British...
Those affected are seeking compensation for environmental damage as well as payment for medical problems, such as serious breathing difficulties and permanent issues with eyesight, which they say resulted from the fire.
Justice delayed is justice denied. The people of Loldaiga are furious and will not be silent until Batuk, the IGLC, and indeed the British government and the leader of their armed forces, Charles, stop treating Kenya like a colonial outpost where they can get away with murder and start treating us with respect.
King Charles III and his wife Queen Camilla will visit the East African nation from October 31 to November 3, his first trip to a Commonwealth country since becoming king last year and his fourth official visit to Kenya.
All right. So that's that. So do you have an understanding what's going on there, Platinum?
Yeah, I have an understanding.
Right. So this is what's happening there in Kenya, and we covered it for Global Current Events for tonight. Pretty much the British Army, they were doing a trial test run with all their military ammunition and so forth. And they did this in Kenya, right? So while firing and aiming, they pretty much destroyed these people place because their missiles and all their whatever other stuff were dropping all over the place, right? So a Kenyan court has ordered the British Army to pay compensation for the blaze because it caused a fire, right? While they were doing their training and practice, this caused a fire, which ravaged more than 4,800 hectares, which is an equivalent for 12,000 acres of land during a military exercise conducted by the British Army Training Unit in Kenya, also known as Batuk, right? So residents in central Kenya on Friday past, they denounced a lack of compensation because these people want money. They are seeking compensation for their pain, suffering, and losses, right? Over a devastating 2021 fire which broke out during a British military exercise, as we said earlier. And as the young lady said, 10 days before a visit by King Charles III, the compensation for the fire has been managed by an intergovernmental liaison committee made up of representatives from both countries. So right now, Kenya and England, they are trying to come to an agreement to see what type of compensation, how much monies they can distribute and give out to these people after disrupting these people's lives. I believe lives were lost, diseases, ailments, disabilities, and plus loss of land. And we saw earlier how many acres of land these people lose. And this is a thing for me, Platinum, umpteen times. Black ethnic groups, black people from black continents, black countries, we are always the punching bag for these colonized individuals. I have to choose my words wisely, right? And it needs to stop. It needs to stop. And it's only going to stop unless we all unite. And that's the best we can try. Unite and speak up, like how the young man there who's the lawyer representing, and stand up for people's human rights overall. So what's your take on that?
Let me ask you a question. If England do decide, if the military army do decide to give Kenya compensation, who's really going to get this? Is it the government or the people?
Well, it's supposed to be distributed to the people in the area that was destroyed. But you and I both know, elephant in the room.
Elephant.
They can get a small percentage.
Yeah, they're going to get a small percentage, but I think the government of Kenya should be whole. We call a word respond. Yeah, they should be responsible for that fire that happened in their jurisdiction.
Right. Well,
because they're the government that's running the earth, so they should rebuild these houses and then take the money from England and put in at them pocket.
Oh my!
Rebuild the people them. No, rebuild the people them house. Huh?
Either way, monies are going to be going into pockets.
Yes, but rebuild the people them also them, And then now when the compensation come in, you say, well, we spend this amount of money, so the money come back to you.
Platinum, we can only hope. But to the people out
Yeah,
there in
we can all
Kenya from
hope.
the Pink and the Brain Talk Show, our hearts go out to you, and we hope that everything works out, and we hope that things can be resolved very, very soon for you. And mind you, this happened in 2021. So we're in 2023.
Yeah.
So it's 2 years now, and you're
Wow.
still waiting on compensation. So you do the math.
They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it.
Even if they get
They're
it, it
not
might
gonna
be
get it.
10 years down the line.
Because the Kenya government is very corrupted, So
Which government isn't? Anyway,
the black government is
this
corrupted.
has no, it has it's just not about black government. It's about politics on the whole. But that's another story. That's another D. All right. So again, that was our global current event segment covering the ordeal in Kenya. They are waiting and hoping that the British Army can compensate them for the blaze of fire that ravaged and destroyed their property, their land in 2021.
Yeah.
Right. So now wow, time flies. We have a few minutes left
Time
before we
flies.
exit. Platinum.
Yeah.
Uh, so let me put this up here really quick so we can let our audience know for interviews, advice, letters, voiceovers, commercials, drop, song system rentals, and an event host or host. You can give us a WhatsApp. Send us WhatsApp at 868-356-9009 or send us an email at pinkyandbrain2023 at gmail.com. All right. So our topic again tonight, don't try to build up a man. He will resent you. Give
Yeah.
us your 2 cents, please. We are getting ready to wrap up here.
Ladies, if you see me in the street, you can build me up. I won't resent you. I will stay home. I will wash your clothes. I will cook for you. If you're paying all the bills, if they're paying all the bills, Prestige, I will wash their clothes, cook for them, clean up the house. If them have kids, I wash the kids them clothes too. So, ladies, if you have to really build up a man and resent you, keep it moving. Try to find somebody that you're up on their level and they're up on their level, and help build each other. That's all I have to say.
Oh, you said something great, Platinum. No.
Yeah.
We can finally agree this evening. We're ending
Yeah.
on a note. That is excellent. Well, adding to what my co-host just advised and indicated, women out there, the smart women, the focused, ambitious, goal-driven, well-grounded women. It is not wise for us. I'll throw in myself. It is not wise for us to date or harvest. I'll use that word, harvest men that have absolutely nothing. We are pretty much building a ticking time bomb, and normally it would not work out because after you plant everything into this man, after you flourish him, embellish him, all the words we could find to make it look good, more than likely he will leave. He would escape. He would get away because, as Platinum mentioned earlier, most men, sensible men, they want to feel like a man at the end of the day, and a man cannot feel like a man, a masculine male individual, once he has a woman who keeps pouring into him non-stop and she's not mashing brakes. Because normally that will come with some type of control. And once that woman is mashing that control gear, things are going to become chaotic, right? Because remember, I'm the one getting up and looking for it. I'm the one putting in the work. I'm the one, as the woman, doing all these extra hours. I'm the one working extra hard because I want to to have enough where I can assist to build this man and get into to the level I want him to be. Now, mind you, normally it's always what the woman wants him to be. That is why she's pouring so much into him. It's not much that's what he wants, because he may have other plans and other visions and other goals for himself. But sometimes she's even competing with her friends and her friends' relationships. And she's observing and looking at what's going on. So she wants to take the opportunity upon herself now to pick up this Mr. Builder Bob and see how she could fix him up. When you find stray dogs in the road, do not bring them home.
You're wicked.
It's a saying. No, I have to be real.
You're
In
wicked.
that kind of way.
The
What?
man them not gonna like your prestige.
I'm just being real. And it's overall, male or female. Once you find, do not bring them home because you're gonna end up in some drama, and oftentimes we see it. So again, look for someone who's on your level. And that comes with you having a certain confidence and self-worth and understanding your value and so forth, that there's a particular person you can attract who's somewhat on your stage, your level, your height, if you will, right? In regards to socio-economic status and all that type of stuff. Now we're not saying that relationship will work 100%, but you stand a better chance
Chance, yeah.
conjoining with someone prior to building someone, right? So to all the Mr. Builder Bobs out there who like to be given things, and you're searching and you find, well, yeah, she helping and she this and she bought me a car and I'm pumping and you know good and well that at some point you are going to exit. You are going to take left or right on the stage, right? Because and a lot of time it's not, they don't even love the woman. They don't really care for the woman. They just accepting and care for the things that they are receiving, right? But the chick that they really like or care for, probably she's in another country or she is in another town or another area. And again, at some point, at some juncture, this man is going to leave. They often do. And trying to have children and making children with them, it's not going to make it any better for you. They will pretty much leave despite of what? Because some men don't really care. There are men who will stick around and it's all because of the children. And then there are those who say, oh no, I am heading for the hills. I am not staying in this. All right. So the Mr. Builder Bobs, I'm sorry we had to talk about it tonight. The ladies out there who wants to pick up a Mr. Builder Bob or get a whole bunch of Lego blocks and build, good luck. But this is just our advice. And you will see for yourself at some point, it's not going to work. It doesn't. You was going to say something, Platinum?
No. Mr. Builder Bob. I like that one.
Well, that's what they're doing. You're picking up this money, you're gonna build them up so that he becomes a Mr. Builder Bob.
I'm going to start using that word. When a girl says, what's your name? I said, Mr. Builder Bob.
Oh,
Build me up.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are out. Okay, thank you so much. Keep your heads up. Always stay positive. Always stay on the right track. You're living for you. You're not living for others. So you do your thing as long as you're happy and you're at peace of mind. All right. So we are heading out here tonight, and we are going to end with some Patrice Roberts and Taurus Riley. All right. So keep your mind on money. Money on your mind.
Hey, man.
Talk show.
Patrice again.
Taurus Riley.
Hey.
Open them nigga, you make your loco.
Take it.
You in a fast or in a slow.
Come take it.
Yeah.
All my love. All I have. Something rising. Now I recognize it. But I don't fight it. Be the start of something nice. You again. Pulling me in slowly. Nice and slowly. You make me go loco. Just maybe you might be the one. So before you leave, make I give you all my love. Come take it, all my love. Take it, all my. Something rising, now I recognize it. But I don't fight it. Could be the start of something nice. You again, pulling me in slowly, nice and slowly.